Hey everybody, it's Nikki with Delicate Tension Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of important or impactful Sagittarius placements in your chart. Sometimes Sagittarius videos work best for me because I have 4 placements in Sagittarius, so it's just very highlighted for me. And it's, it's my moon, I think it's my midheaven, I can't remember where else it is, I just know it's in there quite a bit. So yeah, if you are unsure of what is in your chart, you can always check through downloading the CoStar app, which does break down your chart into your natal houses as well, and gives you like a daily little horoscope thing specified to your chart specifically that takes in everything. It's not just based on your sun sign, and it will highlight your strengths and weaknesses for the day. Or you can go to cafeastrology.com and get a free chart wheel as well as your natal house is broken down. My apologies. I feel like I've been cranking out videos for days now. So yeah, I'm a little cozier than usual today because it is raining here in California, and has been raining all week. So it's cooling down a bit and just getting chilly. Keep in mind we have a new moon in Taurus happening on the 23rd of this month. This will be a reading for April 15th through the 30th, so it will apply to that time period. And we also had the full moon in Libra on the 8th. So there's going to be a lot of interesting developments, as well as us already being in the shadow period for the Venus retrograde in Gemini, which does bring old lovers back around. It can also bring just strong bonds in particular that you had where maybe there was a lot of karma there, to come back around. And it's where you get to decide whether or not something is feasible. That's why we get to revisit things, right? We can either start off on a new slate and build from there and reconnect from there, or we can revisit it and just go, this isn't for me anymore. And it'll bring some sort of like closure or resolution. So just keep that in mind if you have old people popping up. It is always your decision on how you want to interact with those individuals. You don't have to get back together with somebody just because they show back up. I always say that if somebody comes back around, they can show me who they are and I'll go from there. The new moon in Taurus is going to be really nice. It's going to be a very grounding moon in my opinion. It's also going to be a moon where we can focus a lot on the home, beauty, pleasure. Taurus is a very Venusian sign, so it's all about what brings us satisfaction in our environment, whether it's our clothes, whether it's actually our physical home and we kind of want to revamp it, whether it's wanting to do like a spa day at home, since we are kind of limited right now and trapped within our own spaces. We have to do the best that we can in our environment. By the way, I hope everybody's staying safe and staying home and doing well. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If it's not your story, you can always check any other placement in your chart to see if it resonates for you there. Also, if you're cross-watching, the energies can go vice versa. If this does end up resonating with you, please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe so you can keep up with my videos. I am still in the process of building my channel, and I've been doing it for about 8 months now, and I'm satisfied with the growth that I've seen, and I am very appreciative of that. So for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for following me and keeping up with me. All right, Sag, let's see what's going on here. What's going on for Sagittarius for April 15th to the 30th, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What's happening for Sagittarius? Might have a lot of energy going on. Anytime my cards want to freak out like that, there seems to be a lot of energy there. So maybe you're having a hard time being cooped up. Need to do something to ground that energy out. Show me what's happening for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising. Show me what's happening for Sag. There we go. It's 3 cards, but I'll take it. We have the Hermit, so there's that solitary card. That's finding wisdom in the dark. We have the 5 of Pentacles. And we have the Empress. So I feel like either you feel disconnected from somebody at this time, or you should be utilizing this time to restructure your foundations. Because I feel like you are looking at where you're lacking, but really you should be looking at turning that lack into growth. If you are distanced from someone or separated from somebody at this time, I do feel like you are missing them or they are missing you. I do think somebody sees your value. Let's see what your block is. What's Sagittarius' block? Five of Swords. So there could have been an argument, a disagreement, or some things that had been said that have not settled yet. There could be a lot of mental conflict. There could be a lot of verbal conflict, or just thinking about the verbal or mental conflict that has been ongoing. Either way, there's some challenging energy here. I feel like you feel very challenged, or maybe the person connected to you feels very challenged. You be challenged financially right now, not seeing the blessing or the wisdom in disguise in your experience. Let's see what's happening in your subconscious. What's happening in Sagittarius' subconscious here? We have the Ace of Wands, so you are turning this into an opportunity. I think you're starting to have that creative spark or that creative flow coming in. And it does look like it's branching out and kind of blossoming and blooming. So, like I said, take what your experience is and let it grow, help it grow, nurture it right now, because I think you have potential to turn, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, a big pile of dog shit into a pile of gold. Let's see what happened in your recent past. What's the energy connected to your recent past here? We have the Moon. So I think you're facing a lot of uncertainty, or have faced a lot of uncertainty in the past. You also could have felt like you were very much so trapped in this energy of illusion or fantasy, or not quite knowing what the truth is. You always feel like it was kind of slipping out of your grasp. You could also be connected to a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Or somebody who has that in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Let's see what's happening in your higher self or conscious forefront mind. You have Temperance, so you are finding balance. I think you're finding balance here. You really are bridging the gap within your circumstance. I really think somebody feels disconnected from you, or somebody feels cut off from you, because I think it's almost as if they feel like they can't, they either can't approach you because they feel like you have more than them, or they might be intimidated by the level that you're at currently. They could feel like they don't have enough. But I think you're doing fine. I think you're doing good. Let's see what's happening in the near future here. We have Judgment. And we have Strength. So you may be revisiting something that you thought was long gone. Now with Strength in the reverse, there is a little bit of fear and trepidation here. To me, this could be connected to the individual that might be approaching you. There might also just be fear of the future, which I don't really feel that for you guys with what I'm seeing though. You have a really interesting balance here of like, there's challenging energy that somehow is connected to you, but at the same time, the energy that you're possessing in your body, mind, and spirit is one of balance, one of growth, one of, embarking on a new journey. And there are just these challenges that somehow are connected to you, or some sort of person who is experiencing some really difficult challenges right now. So I don't think the Strength in the reverse is you. I think it's somebody who's quite fearful of approaching you. Let's see what's happening in your emotional sector. Yeah, so we have the Page of Cups. We have the Devil. And we have Justice. Yeah, I think there's some interesting karmic situations that are coming back around. Might have been stagnant for a while too with the Knight of Pentacles here. Yeah, somebody was a little afraid to approach you, and I think they still are. You know, I think you're focusing on this newfound resurgence of energy or this creative impulse, but at the same time, I mean, you could still be battling some of your own like personal demons. You know, maybe being in this Empress energy, you can be a little bit of a workaholic right now. Whether that, even if it's just being at home and keeping yourself busy constantly, there's this issue of something within the connection where it's like, I'm not going to be surprised if the Emperor shows up here. Every time you get to a good place, there's somebody with imbalanced energy that kind of, you know, wants to come back in. And I feel like there's been issues in the past with them pulling you back down to their level. And I think maybe that's what the Devil is about. Because intrinsically, you guys are tied together in some way. Doesn't have to be financially, doesn't have to be even physically, it doesn't have to be even in marriage. I mean, it could be all of those things, but it's like even on a spiritual basis, there's some way in which you are connected. You could have a past life situation with this person. Let's see what's happening around you. What's happening around Sagittarius? Yeah, King of Cups in reverse. There's definitely a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, that is in their feelings right now about you. They could be drinking a little more than normal, whatever substance it is that they prefer, or however it is that they drown their sorrows or their emotions or try to. We have the Well, but I feel like Spirit's trying really hard to push them in a certain direction. Yeah, King of Pentacles. Spirit's trying really hard to help them find some sort of either like physical or financial stability. They really want them to step up to the plate. If it's not that, you could have two particular individuals that are kind of, you know, vying for your attention. But I do feel like there's something is trying to happen here. I think where you have come into temperance, I feel like the energy or spirit or the universe, whatever you believe in or whatever you want to call it, is trying to pull in and help them manifest stepping up into this energy, because they can't approach you until they're in that energy. They don't feel solid right now. They're very fearful. It could even be in own, you know, in their own personal life. Maybe they are financially very experiencing lack or scarcity. You know, the future feels very uncertain for them. Let's see your hopes and fears here. Hopes and fears are the Sun in reverse and the Seven of Cups. I think there's a fear here of either being an option, or almost as if there's still some, you know, somebody's keeping clarity from you. Because there's this thing here with like, you know, somebody's always hiding behind a mask. They're not always being who they actually are. I think you can see past that, but... Let's see what's happening in your advice and far-reaching future. Let's see advice and far-reaching future here for Sagittarius. We have the Fool, so there's that leap of faith. We have the Star in reverse. We have the Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. So, if you're dealing with somebody who has been connected to somebody else, I feel like that person is no longer showing or sharing love with them. I do think they're still holding on. Somebody's going to take some form of leap of faith towards you, but I also feel like there might be some stuff that happens in their life that's going to push them in that direction. Like I said, Spirit or the universe whatever you believe in is really trying to push them backwards in time. If this isn't about a relationship, then I feel like this could even be a business opportunity or a business proposal coming to you. But I feel like it's because this person is losing something in their life. Like maybe their business has been very strongly financially impacted. So they're wanting to like partner up in some way with you because maybe you have resources that they don't. Let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers here. Let's clarify the Hermit here. Yeah, Nine of Wands. Let's clarify the Five of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands. And let's clarify the Empress. Judgment and the Three of Cups. Yeah, I think you're getting a second chance to do something right for yourself. I think you're getting a second chance or opportunity to really bring something back to life in your own personal life. I do think it has a lot to do with your finances or business. And like I said, I feel like every time you're in this energy, especially with that Ace of Wands clarifying the Five of Pentacles, there's something about this person that like they can feel it. Because they're feeling your energy. They're tapping in or tuning into your energy. They're very guarded because they've been through a lot. And I do think with the Hermit, they're taking a time out to really think about the things that they've experienced or been through. Because they are trying really hard to build, you know, some form of foundation right now, even though it's not totally there. They might be having help or assistance from somebody in doing this. Someone who could be older or wiser. Let's clarify the Five of Swords here as your block. You have the Magician in reverse. So yeah, whatever this argument or this concept of this challenge was that it was because, you know, maybe there was something that either you were trying to manifest or this person was trying to manifest or bring, you know, bring to life or you know, it's like on a hope and a prayer, right? There's something here where it's like this attempt to bring something to life or to you know, skip steps. That's what it is. It's about skipping steps. And I think that in trying to skip steps, it's like, nope, we got to deal with this challenge first. Like, we can't skip this part. This is a crucial part of what has to happen. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands here in your subconscious. We have Death. So there's that transformation, that renewal, coming out of the old and into the new. You are changing. I think you have been transforming this whole time, especially with Temperance in your higher sector. Let's clarify the Moon in your recent past. Clarify the Moon in the recent past here, please. Yeah, Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel like whatever the communication was in the recent past, it's like, normally with the Knight of Swords in the upright, it's like they leave as soon as they literally just go straight through. It's like a tornado, you know? Something that moves really quickly, causes a lot of devastation, doesn't even think about what it's doing. Its motive is a little unclear. It just has its own focus and it has its own reason for doing what it's doing. But when it's in the reverse, it's doubly so. So I feel like there was this repetitive energy of that happening, and it's why it kept you feeling so uncertain or in the unknown or very confused, because it's like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand why this person's doing this. I don't think they even really understood why they were doing it. Clarify Temperance here, please, and the higher self for Sag. Clarify Temperance, please. Yeah, King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. I think you've been emotionally getting your shit under control. Like, I feel like in the past you were really recognizing how you were giving to this King of Cups, this water sign energy. You were giving more to them than you were giving to yourself. And I think that's where the awareness has come through. And now that you have that awareness, you can take what you gave and pour it back into yourself or into whatever it is that you're doing right now. Let's clarify judgment here in the near future. We have the Ten of Cups, so I do think there is a happy outcome on the way. I think somebody realizes that you're their Ten of Cups. I mean, this could also just be you realizing you're happy on your own, even though there is a family unit in this card. But the Ace of Pentacles is wanting to come out, so I feel like this is a new opportunity or a new gift at long-term happiness from something that's coming back to life here. Let's clarify strength in the reverse. Those are way too many cards. Let's clarify strength in the reverse here. We have the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, this person is kind of weighing out the pros and cons of coming forward because they are afraid. And I think they're trying to juggle a lot in their life right now to find their stability. Might be weighing out between two options, especially since I do see another person in the outcome. Let's clarify the Page of Cups down here in your emotional sector. We have the Eight of Cups, so I do feel like in the past emotionally, either you or somebody else walked away, possibly to focus on their own intuition. But I feel like too, there's been a lot of stuff around healing the inner child. Maybe healing things that happened to you in the past when you were younger. Maybe seeing the impact of what happened to you on, you know, your emotional state or the way to carry relationships. Let's clarify the Devil here. The Devil is the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Cups. It's quite possible that maybe the tendencies that you carried within the Devil energy, if this is you, is it was kind of about you never looked before you leapt. I think you followed your heart to such an extent that you almost abandoned yourself in the process. I do think your intentions and your feelings are pure and true, but I think it's like it's so strong that you don't... You get very connected very intensely, very quickly. Or this other person does. I mean, it's also possible too that this is an aspect of the other person that they're connected to. Clarify justice here. We have the Knight of Pentacles, so there's a reason why this has been put on pause, but I do think that justice had to come in because she was like, this is what you need to be focusing on. Where are you going? What are you doing with your time? And what are you investing in? You need to look at this and you need to figure it out before you can move forward. Let's clarify the King of Cups in reverse. We have the Star in reverse. So yeah, they're having a hard time. Let's clarify the Well. We have the King of Wands. Yeah, the universe is really trying to push this person to take action. And let's clarify the King of Pentacles. Temperance. They are going to get the help that they need to get to where they need to be. How is Spirit going to help this person? Wheel of Fortune. Leave it up to fate and change. The universe is guiding them in the direction that they need to go in. Kind of see the Tower peeking out, so I feel like they're going to have another Tower moment coming up if they don't make these changes. Let's clarify the Fool and the outcome. Oh. We have the Three of Wands, the Empress, and the Page of Swords. So somebody is definitely taking a leap of faith towards you with some form of communication. Yep, it's going to be unexpected too with the Tower. I think they have another Tower moment coming for them. Let's clarify the Star in reverse. Because they're not seeing. The Star always happens after the Tower. And usually the Star is the appreciation of the healing that comes after we have experienced something really intense in our lives and we watch everything fall away and all that remains is right in front of our eyes, and it's the hope that we have to carry for a brighter tomorrow or a better tomorrow. And I feel like this person hasn't seen that and they've been refusing to see it, so the Tower is going to come in for them. So with the Star in reverse, we do have the Five of Swords. Yeah, they've been battling it. clarify the Four of Pentacles. Yep, because they were holding on to really unhealthy connections that were keeping them stuck. So we have the Seven of Cups, the Devil in reverse, and the Four of Swords in reverse. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups in reverse here. We have the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody might have only been with somebody out of comfort or stability, whoever this other person is. It's about what they could give them. And then with the Queen of Pentacles, we do have the Six of Swords reversed and the Seven of Wands. I think it was very challenging to leave this person behind. This person might have been a return person as well. They might have distanced themselves from this person at one point, but this person continued to be persistent. Either way though, World at the bottom of the deck, this is going to be the ending of a really big cycle. Either way, I think you're going to be fine. Whatever it is that you choose. So let's get some clarifiers here real quick. We have Embark. We have Discover. And we have Acceptance. So I think on this person's journey, they've learned a lot, and now they're starting to accept what the truth is. I think you've learned a lot too. Blame it on the rain. I think they were constantly blaming their bad luck on something else. We have Wrestling Ring because they were definitely fighting. You were fighting the situation home, where there could be a lot of fighting going on in their home environment. I feel like they were fighting the concept or the feeling that you are home to them. And then we have House under construction, yep, and Shield. I think you're going to be protected in this process. I think whatever rebuilding is happening, you know, it's happening for a reason. And I think their whole life is being restructured. And I think that, you know, if there is a big pause in this, it's because you're being protected from that, because you're still trying to build your own successes, and to be connected to this right now would only be a drain for you. So I would give it time, let the universe take care of it. The universe will do a better job than you ever could. That's what I always say. Alright, Sag, so hope you enjoyed this video. If it resonated, please, once again, like, share, and subscribe. I do have my website finally fully, you know, live and ready to go. So if you would like to book a reading for me, you can go to my website. It's down in the description box below. There is a link to my Instagram page there as well. And I also have all of these decks available for, if you are interested in them, you can purchase them from the artist directly. I have links to their stuff down in the description box as well. And thank you for joining me, and thank you for your support. I'll see you guys next time.